we have our first taste of the brand new Testament album, Brotherhood of the Snake, which is due out on October the 28th of this year, and it is one of the most anticipated releases not to be out yet here in 2016. It's the title track, so Brotherhood of the Snake. You know, repetition is sometimes necessary, I suppose. So this is kind of neat, considering we've gotten a little information about the writing process for the album as well as this track, and the writing process was definitely centered around some television watching, including shows such as Ancient Aliens and things of that variety, and the album itself, as a result, has become more of a concept record that has a little bit of some ties with aliens and religion, and instead of it being a very personal record, it's instead going to be one where they drive as they go back to writing just some good stories, some good lyrics, and there you go. So Brotherhood of the Snake, this title track, it's a little bit more than 4 minutes in length and definitely is a thrash fest right from the get-go. The one thing that needs to be really marveled at a bit with Testament is that even with the passage of time, even with age doing what it does to all of us, which is be a bastard, it definitely doesn't feel like it affects this group very much. They still have so much energy, and even though the snarl, it definitely sounds a little bit more gruff these days as it did, you know, in the 1980s, because, you know, your 20s are nice. It still has just that glow, that exuberance of just youth, you know, even though it's not present as much. It's definitely one where the attitude and the real representation, the way in which the lyricism is delivered, really acts positively to this song, not to mention to this band's favor. Musically speaking, it's definitely a solid ideal that really is able to maintain aggressiveness throughout most of it, and then also add a little bit of atmosphere, give a little bit of twinge of something new right there near the end, in order to give it a bit of spacey, sort of airy atmosphere, to give it a little bit of difference, in order to really build and feel like this is a complete track, as opposed to one that just tries to, you know, speed through 3 minutes of your time with no real, you know, idea in mind. You know, a willy-nilly thrash fest is not what this song would be described as. It's instead one that feels very focused, very dedicated. It has a little bit of a structure to it, and overall, it sounds damn good as well. It has a great sense of itself, and it's also a track that feels like it's going to be a strong maybe a strong opener for this album. Either there, it's going to be a strong part of this disc, and it's really only going to boost up the songs that are surrounding it. So I think this is a really good first taste of what Brotherhood of the Snake is all about, and being the title track, that actually makes a lot more sense than you think. But I also feel that this is a good sign that 3 albums into their, you know, reunion or reformation or whatever the hell you want to call it, you know, their comeback, this band still just sounds excellent, and they're really starting to sound like they're a bit ageless. You know, this is why people have really fallen in love with some elements of the thrash revival, you know, the old school thrash revival that's now been going on for about 15 years, because bands like Testament and Overkill and the like feel and sound ageless. And that's what really is a positive thing for Brotherhood of the Snake. What did you guys think about Brotherhood of the Snake? The track, obviously, not the album. We need to wait about a month and a half for the album. Are you excited about the album? Let me know in the comments below. My name is coverkillernation, and I'll talk to you guys next time.